this thing the other day. It was so inspirational. I don't know why it was inspirational. Do you know who Max Landis is? He's like one of my biggest idols right now. He wrote Chronicle, the movie that's all like it's all shot as if it was like say like on camera right now, as if it was like that. But it's a superhero movie. And it's amazing. And, it's so good. He also wrote American Ultra and some other movie. But he was describing how Nightwing is literally the most interesting character for his character's characteristics. You understand? So like for being a character, he's the most interesting character for DC, is what he was saying. The reason being is because not only is he Batman's sidekick, so you have to think about it like this. So you have Batman, right? He's fucking crazy. He has connections with all of his villains at a personal level, right? He's self-obsessed, he's a millionaire, and his parents are dead. Right there, he's interesting as fuck, because not only is he rich as shit, his parents are dead, but because of his parents' death, he wants to always perfect and perform justice to its truest nature and never use a weapon to do it. Well, never use guns to do it. I had to fix myself there. And he was saying how, like, he's not only that, he's also insane. Right? Batman is insane. To a degree, he's insane. Yeah, it's great. Better to be 3 hours early than 1 minute late, Robin. Anyway, that's some Adam West shit right there.
I was about to say, why did you say that?
Yeah, no. Where is she?
That right there is already psychopathic.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Bane, just because of his voice. I like to say his voice. Anyways, so you have to think, you have an insane rich guy who perfects justice and is also a super mixed martial artist who can take on fucking mutants of mass size and can take out all of the Justice League members one by one. And then he has a sidekick who's never going to be as good as he is, who's never going to be able to take on his villains as good as he is. But when you take away, like in general, he's the original Robin, so he gets taught by Batman, and then you take away the fact that he's Robin, and now he's his own character, on his own, in his own city, becoming the Batman in his own city. And that is so intriguing. So it's like, what would happen if not only did he deal with no longer having Batman's villains, but he has villains of his own, which now he's not underqualified for, he's actually overqualified for. Because he's not dealing with these fucking crazy mutants anymore, he's dealing with regular robbery guys. So that makes him fucking interesting as shit. But then what happens when you take away the love that he has for Batman? Because now he's a 21-year-old male.
Is Robin an orphan too?
His parents die, yes. Every Robin that he picks, parents are dead. Every time. So the guy who becomes Nightwing, his name is Richard, for you fucks out there, but actually his name is Dick Grayson. He just calls him Master Richard when he becomes Batman, because he takes the cowl of Batman out later on, which makes him even more of an interesting character. Yeah. So I don't know, this guy was just pointing out all this shit, and I was like, wow, like I've never even thought about this before. Which is like a little bit sad, because Dick Grayson is my favorite character from the Bat family, not Bruce Wayne. He gets pussy, and he's more attractive than Bruce Wayne. So he's like, you know what I mean? And he's younger, like that's so cool. And plus, you also have to think about this. Not only does he get his ass kicked, but he also doesn't handle criminals in the same way that Batman does. So villains who once never had a chance against Batman now have a chance against Nightwing. So then you have to deal with the character dynamic of having a villain who knows they can handle the situation they're about to go into and have a chance to get out of it, whereas with Batman they wouldn't. So the interaction between Nightwing and the villain itself is just so interesting. You gotta think about this, he's a sexy Batman, a sexy version of Bruce Wayne with no money, a superhero suit, who's not as good as Batman, who has his own gadgets, but his gadgets aren't as good as Batman. He's not as good of a detective as Batman is, so he's prone to making mistakes. However, he's more interesting than Batman because of all of that. And I just think that's so intriguing. And I'm excited for them to introduce his character. But now it's time for a time lapse.
Is he gonna be Batman versus Superman?
I don't think so, but I think they've hinted towards the fact that he's existent because Dick Grayson comes before Jason Todd, who's the Robin that dies. He gets murdered by the Joker in like one of the most brutal ways ever. He gets beaten with a crowbar, gets his eye taken out with a crowbar, then the Joker blows him up when Batman is literally like seconds away from entering the building. He does what essentially the Joker does to Batman with Robin, what he does to Rachel in The Dark Knight.